social science teacher from Cambridge International School, Dasua. I welcome you all in today's session. Dear children, I hope you all are happy, healthy, safe at your home. So now today we are going to discuss History Chapter 5, that is Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. We have discussed half of the chapter earlier and today we are going to complete it. So without taking much of your time, let's start our today's session with the lessons objectives. History Chapter 5, Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. Lessons objectives. To know about the taxes, to know about the change in agriculture, to know about Mahajanpadas, to know about Magad and Vaji. Lessons outcomes. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to know about the taxes. They will be able to know about the change in agriculture. They will be able to know about Mahajanpadas. They will be able to know about Magad and Vaji. So dear children, let's recapitulate whatever we have discussed earlier. Earlier we have discussed like the Ashwamedha Axe sacrifice. It was performed to get recognition as a Raja. We have also discussed about Varnas. There were 4 types of Varnas: Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Brahmins were the people, those who perform various rituals and sacrifices. They also collect gifts. Kshatriyas were the kings and the warrior, those who protect their kingdom. Vaishyas were the farmers, herders and traders. Shudras were the 4th group, the 4th type of Varna, and they were just serving the other 3 classes. Shudras and women, they were not allowed to study Vedas. Then we have discussed about the painted grey ware. These were the vessels which having smooth surface and painted designs on them. These were used on special occasions for important people and to serve special food. We have also discussed about Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. Janpadas were the small kingdoms where people lived about 3000 years ago. Mahajanpadas. Mahajanpadas were the big kingdoms which were emerged from the Janpadas about 2500 years ago. Dear children, now our next topic is taxes. Janpadas and Mahajanpadas, they have appointed the various officials to collect the taxes, and these taxes were required by the kingdom, by the rulers, to build huge forts, to maintain big armies, as well as to maintain their kingdom. So these taxes were in the form of various ways. For example, number 1, farmers. Farmers, they have to give the 1/6 of the produce of the crops to the king. The craft persons, they can contribute in the form of the labor. For example, during the month, either for 1 day or 2 day, they have to do the work of the king, whatever the work they were doing. Third is the herder. Herder always contributed in the form of animal produce, like it can be the wool, milk or maybe any other thing. So these things, these were given in the form of tax. Trader. Then there were the trader also. They have to they stimulated the commercial activity by buying and selling the goods. Hunter gatherers, they provide the forest produce such as elephants, furs and other items as a tribute. Whatever is available in the forest, they are collecting those things and they are giving those things as tax to the rulers. Okay, so dear children, again I am going to repeat about taxes. Like these were the people, those who were paying taxes in the Janpadas and Mahajanpadas: farmers, craft persons, herders, traders and hunter gatherer. Farmers, they were giving 1/6 of the produce to the state. Craft person, they were contributing in the form of the labor. Herder, they were giving the animal produce. Traders, they have also to pay tax whatever they are buying and selling. And hunter gatherer, they are also collecting the forest produce and giving it in the form of as a tribute or tax. Now our next topic is changes in agriculture. In this period, there were two changes in the agriculture. One is use of the iron plowshare and second was the transplanting of paddy crops. These both ways, they have helped in improving the crop production. This work, it was like transplanting of paddy crops. This work was done by the slave men and women, which we have discussed earlier also, dasas and dasis, and these were the landless agricultural laborer. Okay, we can call them kamakaras also. So these two things, these help to increase the agriculture production. And what are these two changes? One is the use of iron plowshare because it is better than the wooden plowshare, and second is the transplanting of the paddy crops. So these were the two major changes in agriculture. Now dear children, on your screen you are able to find one big kingdom, Mahajanpada we can call it, that is Magadha, and we have discussed about it in chapter 1 also. Like this was the big kingdom which was emerged near the river Ganga. So now we are going to discuss about this Mahajanpada, Magadha. Its capital that was earlier Rajgriha and later it was shifted to Patliputra. Okay, Patliputra we can call, like nowadays we are calling that Patna. Okay, the capital of Bihar, that is Patna, but earlier it was, we called it Patliputra. This was the capital of the Magadha kingdom. Magadha was the most important Mahajanpada among the others. It became the most powerful Mahajanpada. Bimbisara and Ajatasattu were the powerful rulers of Magadha. In Magadha, there was monarchical form of government. As we have discussed in civics also, monarchical form is where the kings they are ruling, where the head of the kingdom is king or queen. So in Magadha, there was a monarchical form of government. The rivers Ganga and Son flowed through Magadha, and these rivers they were very important for Magadha, and because of these rivers also the Magadha became the most powerful kingdom. These rivers, these were very important for transport, water supply, and it also make the land fertile. So dear children, that's all about Magadha. Again I am going to discuss, kindly listen. Magadha was the most important Mahajanpada among the others. Its capital was Rajgriha. Later it was shifted to Patliputra. Bimbisara and Ajatasattu were the powerful rulers of Magadha. They have used all the possible means to conquer the other Janpadas. In Magadha, there was a monarchical form of government, means the head of the government is king or queen. The rivers Ganga and Son flowed through Magadha. These were important for transport, water supply, and making the land fertile. Besides this, the forest it also provided wood for building houses, cars, and chariot. And this area there it is very rich in the mines. Okay, the iron ore mines they are also found in this region, and which were used to make the strong tools and weapons. And there are the forest area also, from where like the elephants and the other animals which were captured, and especially the elephants they were captured and trained for the army. Okay, Now we are going to discuss about one other kingdom, that is Vaji. In Vaji there is the republic form of government, or we can call it democracy also. Okay, Vaji was under the Gana or Sangha. So it's very important to know about Gana and Sangha. Gana, it is used for a group that has many members. Okay, a group which has many members. And Sangha means organization or association. So Vaji, it was under Gana or Sangha, and its capital was Vaishali. Its capital was Vaishali, which is in Bihar. Now, you can see here, like these ganas or these sanghas, there are so many peoples in these ganas and sanghas, and these sanghas, they have their different kings. There are so many different kings, okay, of these different sanghas. So whenever there is any problem, then the rajas of these ganas or sangha, they met in assemblies, okay, and then they decide the matters with the help of debate and discussions. Clear? As you can see in Magadh also, Magadh we have the monarchical form of government. So whatever decision is taken by the king with the help of his or her minister, that is the final. But here what these people were doing, there are so many gana in this particular kingdom. Okay, Vaji is a kingdom and it consists of many gana, and these all ganas, they have number of people and they have their one king. Okay, so these king, whenever there is any problem or they have to discuss or decide about any particular issue, so they met in assemblies, then they all discuss those things, they all debate, discuss, and then they decide the things. And whatever decision is taken in these meetings, in these assemblies, that decision is applicable to every gana. Okay, every king or every people in those gana, they are going to follow that particular decision which was taken in the assembly. Okay, both Buddha and Mahavira, they belong to these ganas. Okay, so we are going to discuss about Lord Buddha as well as Lord Mahavira in the next chapters. Clear? So that's all about Vaji and Magadh. And one thing that is clear about these two, that Magadh we have the monarchical form of government, and in Vaji there is the republic form of government. And these form of government we have discussed in the civics chapter 3 also. So dear children, today in this chapter we have discussed about taxes. Taxes were very important for any kingdom, and these were collected by the officials from the farmers, herders, traders, craft persons. Then we have discussed about the change in agriculture. There were two major changes in the agriculture. One was the use of iron plowshare, and second was the transplanting of paddy crops. Then we have discussed about Magadh. Magadh was the most powerful kingdom among all other kingdoms. Earlier its capital was Rajgriha, which was later shifted to Patliputra. Bimbisara and Ajatasattu were the two most powerful rulers of Magadh. The rivers Ganga and Son, it also helped Magadh to become the most powerful kingdom, as they helped in the transport as well as making the land fertile. Then we have discussed about Vaji. In Vaji, there was the republic form of government. There are so many ganas in this kingdom, and each gana has its own king. These all king met in assemblies, then they discuss about the matter, they debate, they discuss, and then the final decision is taken by them all. And this decision is applicable to all those small ganas who are the part of the big kingdom Vaji. So dear children, that's all about today. I hope you people are able to understand the topic, and we are going to discuss about it in the live lessons also. So kindly go through the chapter, watch the video, and if you people have any doubt, then we are going to clear that in the live classes. With these words only, I just want to wind up the session. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day.